Welcome to Coffin Math Headquarters, where, with the latest in technology, I have a gift for you. This is the gift of knowledge. Specifically, how to convert between measurement systems, TEK 7.4e. You are welcome. There will be 3 examples in this lesson. Please take notes on each example. Work them completely on your paper, circling your answers as I do for each one. You will turn in these notes when you come to class. In addition, you will answer questions online after the video. You will have a chance to ask questions after class or during class. During this video, please pause, rewind, and replay as necessary until you feel that you completely understand each example. Let's begin with example 1. The first question is, how many yards are there in 2 feet? Let's underline the important information. 2 feet and how many yards? We can see that the words how many indicate the basic question that we need to answer. Let's look at our math reference sheet to see if we can find any information about the relationship between yards and feet. Scanning the length section of our reference sheet, we can see that 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. This is exactly the information that we need to answer our question. How many yards are in 2 feet? I know that 1 yard equals 3 feet. And my question is, how many yards are in 2 feet? So yards on the top, feet on the bottom. How many yards will be the X? And the 2 feet go on the bottom. 1 yard is 3 feet. How many yards is 2 feet? The proportion is now set up correctly. We need to solve for X in this proportion. How do we do that? We cross multiply. 1 times 2 is 2. 3 times X is 3X. When you have 2 fractions that are equal to each other, their cross products are equal. So we can say that 1 times 2 and 3 times X are equal to each other. Now all we need to do is solve this simple equation. In order to do that, we need to divide both sides by 3. Why divide? Because the 3 and the X are connected by multiplication. So to isolate X, we must divide by 3 on both sides. Now that we have isolated X, we can cancel the 3's and our answer is 2/3. So how many yards are in 2 feet? 2/3 of a yard is equal to 2 feet. And that is my final answer. That's it for example 1. Please pause now and annotate your notes and then press play to begin example 2. Understand the problem. Example 2. How many pints are in 12 cups? Let's refer back to our reference materials and see if we can find the relationship between pints and cups. We will find this under the volume and capacity section, noticing that 1 pint is equal to 2 cups. I will take that information and keep it right here. Now we can form a proportion using the information that we have. 1 pint is equal to 2 cups. And how many pints is equal to 12 cups? 1 pint is equal to 2 cups. How many pints is equal to 12 cups? This is the correct proportion. To solve this proportion, we must cross multiply. Multiply 1 times 12 to get 12. Multiply 2 times x to get 2x. Equal sign goes in between. To solve this simple equation, I must divide both sides by 2. We divide by 2 in order to isolate x equals, and now we can divide 12 divided by 2, which is 6. So our answer is 6. Looking back up at our question, how many pints are in 12 cups? That means 6 pints are in 12 cups. And that is my final answer. Please pause now and annotate your notes. Then press play to come back for example 3 until you understand this example. Question 3 says, how many centimeters are in 2 feet? And then it gives you information. 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeters. So let's look at our reference material and see if anything can help us with this situation. I need to turn centimeters into feet, but my information gives me inches to centimeters. Let's take a look at our reference material. In my reference material, the only reference I have to feet are here where it says 1 yard equals 3 feet, and here where it says 1 foot equals 12 inches. I need to figure out which information I need to use in this problem. I'm trying to turn 2 feet into centimeters. 2 feet is how many centimeters? The information I have gives me information about inches to centimeters. So first I need to turn feet into inches. And then I need to turn inches into centimeters. I have the information to help me turn inches into centimeters. But how do I turn feet into inches? Well, most of us probably remember how to do that. But if not, you can look here and see that 1 foot is 12 inches. So this is going to be a 2-step problem. Step 1 is changing feet into inches, and step 2 is changing inches into centimeters. So we start our problem off with 2 feet. And I know that 1 foot equals 12 inches. How many inches is equal to 2 feet? 2 feet equals x inches. 1 foot equals 12 inches. This is the correct proportion. We can cross multiply to solve it. 2 times 12 is 24, and x times 1 is x. So I don't even need to solve any equation here. This has turned out pretty easy. 24 equals x. That means that in 2 feet, there are 24 inches. We're not finished though, because we still need to find how many centimeters are in 2 feet. But now we know that we're dealing with 2 feet is 24 inches. Now I can use 24 inches to solve this problem. How many inches give me, or how do I change 24 inches into centimeters? I know that 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeters according to the information given here in my problem. If 1 inch equals 2.54 centimeters and I have 24 inches, The question is, how many centimeters is that? Inches over centimeters, inches over centimeters. And x is the number I'm trying to find. So once again, let's cross multiply. 1 times x is x, and 2.54 times 24 is equal to 60.96. So the answer to my question is 2 feet is equal to 60.96 centimeters. That's it for example 3. Please remember to annotate your notes before you turn them in class. Be sure you answer the questions online before you finish your homework. Thank you.